For as long as I can remember, I've always been obsessed with maps. I love to zoom in on the spots that seem to be a bit further removed from the rest of the world. If you were to zoom in to the very top of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, you would notice that the tip of it is sort of a shark fin piece of land that juts out into the heart of Lake Superior, which is home to 10% of the world's freshwater supply. Zoom in even further and you'll notice the northern terminus of US 41, which is a highway that runs for 2,000 miles as far south as Miami, Florida. The northern end of 41 is surrounded by towering bluffs, deep forests, endless summer days, and aurora-filled night skies. There is also a very small town there. It is the kind of place that will pluck the strings of a wanderlust's heart with unmatched access to Lake Superior to go along with a bounty of world-class mountain bike trails. My name is Brice Shirbach, and this is Underexposed in Copper Harbor, Michigan. Copper Harbor's location along the northern tip of the Keweenaw Peninsula means that getting here is quite a commitment. It also means that once you're here, you're probably going to want to stay a while. With very little cell service, you can be fully immersed in whatever adventure you find yourself in. The town is home to a little over 100 full-time residents, but outdoor recreation reigns supreme here, which can lead to a lively atmosphere, particularly during summer months during peak tourism times. The Copper Harbor Trails Club is the group responsible for the development and maintenance of the bevy of multi-use trails in town, which range from deep backcountry epics to perfectly manicured flow and everything in between. Founded in 2008 by renowned professional trail builder Aaron Rodgers of Rock Solid Trails, the club now has a volunteer board of directors to go along with 3 full-time employees: Executive Director Adam Yeoman, Assistant Executive Director Harrison Smith, who was not here, he's in Alaska, I think he was swimming with the polar bears, and Trails Coordinator Nick Ryan. I was able to carve out some time and chat with Nick about life along the tippy top of the UP, some of the challenges that come along with living in such an isolated part of the world, and what the future holds for Copper Harbor and its trails.
My name is Nick Ryan. I am the Trails Coordinator for the Copper Harbor Trails Club. So I manage maintenance across the system. I do pretty much anything and everything. I help out with media, I help out with kind of outside relations, and then also help manage the Rock Solid guys and make sure we're keeping them on track. If you're not into kind of nature activities and being here in the woods and kind of buying into the community, it's not necessarily the place for you. But if you are into those aspects, like, man, there is no spot better. The paddling is immaculate, the riding is incredible, and the community is like so tightly knit and together, and it's really a unique place just in terms of the size to the access. Like, ratio is crazy. I lived in Utah, for a couple years, and I loved the mountains, loved everything in the area. The riding was incredible, but there's just something about the lake that pulls you back. I swim almost every day. Helps me heal the body after long days out working and then riding after. And so I think the community and just, it's kind of something that's not well described, which is a great interview answer, but yeah, you kind of got to come find out for yourself.
I can confirm once Lake Superior gets its hooks in you, it'll continue to reel you in time and time again. I mean, this is a town with as many miles of trail as there are people who call it home, and quite honestly, the trails are only part of the allure. The water, the wildlife, the vibes, it all works here. The terrain is stellar as well, with a surprising amount of vertical relief, with some trails rising 700 feet above the lake, and as you can see, the dirt ain't too shabby either.
We're in a unique situation from the amount of growth that we can have in a short amount of time. Obviously, having Rock Solid here is a pretty big win, and they do a lot to support us. But at the same time, like, we're growing so fast, maintenance has become an issue, and like building out this 30,000 foot structure of what this place is going to look like in 10 years, like, it changes so much year to year that we have to be on top of that stuff, otherwise we're going to get left behind. So our relationship with Rock Solid obviously starts in, I wouldn't say it ends with Aaron, but Aaron is the lifeblood of that. You know, he was working for Imba Trail Solutions and doing that kind of stuff, and saw an opportunity to make trails better, and felt like that creating Rock Solid was kind of the way to do that. It's been very cool to see that he's kept it here in the summer and really done a ton to work with us to kind of expand out and make this place cool. Like without his investment locally, it wouldn't be what it is. With that said, like as a Trails Club, we still fund everything. Like we do the legwork to get the money to build the trails, to maintain the trails, and then hire them to come in and do the construction. So now he's kind of separated. I mean, we still work with them pretty closely, obviously, and he is a high-end stakeholder. Mountain biking experience in Copper Harbor gives you a bit of everything. Yeah, like if you want tech, we got tech. You want flow, we got flow. Big jumps, little jumps, anything in between. We kind of have it all. We're fortunate to where we can do cool stuff with bedrock. We got good loamy sections. Like any experience you're looking for, you can find it here.
Given the fact that Copper Harbor is so far removed from much of the rest of civilization, it's fair to ask where they draw the line between system trails and the backcountry. But they do in fact have quite a sizable backcountry here that offers a look at some of the deepest wilderness available in the Upper Peninsula. And there are plans to add a whole lot more miles of backcountry single track in the very near future.
It's a worthy mission to spend kind of my life investing in. And I'm at the very beginning of it, which is pretty cool. And I've got a Bethel of resources to kind of expand on that. And like, this is a pretty rad spot to do it in, man. Like, yeah, it gets me giddy just thinking about the future and all the things that we've got coming, and that we are still so early on, and that I will get to play a role in that. And you know, design a trail one day, build a trail one day, and then like also build the infrastructure to keep everything looking great. Like that's a pretty cool thing to have to do, and to get paid to do it, like fuck. Yeah, pretty rad, not gonna lie. Don't mean to drop an F-bomb for you, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it gets me going.
Tell me that the end is coming soon, but I know you're waiting for me with a glass of red wine and a few good stories to tell me, so I just have to wait. The priest just left, our oldest is at my bedside. He's got a grandkid of his own. Look at this family we've made, we've done some pretty great things.
This part of the world is affectionately known as the Fresh Coast, a reference to the inland sea vibes one gets along Superior's lakeshore. It is a place that, in my humble opinion, is criminally underrated for its beauty and equally underrated among mountain bikers across the country. There's no easy way to get here, and communication with the outside world is spotty at best. But if I'm being honest, that's a part of the allure. Maybe the lake life isn't for everyone, but for those of us who feel the pull of Superior, it's quite easy to feel right at home, even when it's your first time here.